All messages. There we go. Oh, I might put that on. Maybe I'll move that, baby. All right. See, nobody's in yet. Hey, 351. Getting set up here. Says nobody's in here, but I see you. I see you. Getting my camera set up. Oh, we got 2 people in. Welcome in, guys. I'm gonna get my GoPro going just in case. We got a couple week old bait, so we'll see how that does. Strap the old GoPro on just in case. Just in case we need the old GoPro. If you haven't checked out my video, go ahead and check it out. So I recorded it live, but the quality sucked. But the GoPro video worked out pretty good. I believe it's going to hit 20K. Well, I know it's going to hit 20K. I believe it's already there. So we're definitely putting our GoPro on just in case. All right, that's hooked up. Now if we can get this darn thing on. All right, so far we got 2 rods, but I like to catch some bait, but don't really have any worms or anything. So we got the rods hooked up, Carolina rig. We got fish jumping out there. Who knows if it's bass or whatever it is. We're still in the shade for a little bit, so we're gonna throw around some structure here and see what we can do. We got chicken liver and hot dogs, maybe a little bit of shrimp left. So stay tuned. We'll get some on. Come over here and we got some hot dogs. We got some shrimp. I think we'll try both. They've been in the refrigerator for a while. Just a little bitty piece of hot dog. It don't, believe me, I think frozen hot dogs probably work the best, but there we go. What I'm going to do is I don't have much luck with hot dogs staying on, so I normally tie it with this fire thread. It's just elastic thread, and believe me, it stays on there even when a turtle bites it, but the bait may come off. The thread will still be on there, and all you gotta do is wrap it. Let's get her started a little bit, and I'll show you a little bit there. So you just wrap it and wrap it and wrap it. I don't even know how a fish gets that off there. I don't think fish do. I think it's turtles that do. There we go. It's wrapped on pretty good. But hot dogs are easy to come off there. Let's try throwing that out and see what we can get, guys. Welcome in, Noah. Appreciate you coming in. We got 20 people in. Tap that screen if you like catfishing, because that's what we were doing. I might throw a jig out or 2, but try to catch the bait. But so far we got hot dogs, and I got a little bit of shrimp, and they are at least since last Sunday old. So we'll try to get a piece of shrimp on next. It ain't looking too good. But I find it ain't smelling too good either. But that's okay, because catfish don't seem to mind. I'm surprised we'll probably getting some turtle bites here. Probably getting quite a few turtle bites. I love fishing. Well, I don't know if you could be a mod yet. I just seen you first time I've seen you, so we'll wait on that. I'm gonna put a piece of shrimp on there, and it ain't smelling very good, but yeah, if you keep coming in, you could be my mod. We're gonna tie that on too, because shrimp's pretty easy to come off. Hey David, how's it going? I think I got the camera a little too high. Yep, we're trying to catch catfish. First day out this week. Last day I went was Sunday night. Well, I didn't get a bite, or I got a few bites, but just everything stole my bait, so it wasn't a good night. And I was fishing shallow water. This ain't much deeper water, so we'll just see how the bite is. I appreciate it. So I tied that one on with a fire thread too. I need a gap. You always need a gap in that circle hook, so gotta have that gap right there. Gotta have that gap between that hook tip and the shank. That's what makes a circle hook work. You can probably get away with it with chicken liver, but most baits you will not. All right, nothing special. This is just a ugly stick catfish rod. I think it's a 7-foot, and a PC Fun Chaos 50. I don't know where we'll throw to. Let's see. Straight out in front of me, close to that wood, I guess. And we'll tighten her down. I don't know if there's any fish here, but so far we ain't got any bites. We got a few spots to throw around here. Hey, good morning, Dan. I appreciate it, Noah. We hope we catch one. We got 20 viewers. 3 thumbs up. Appreciate it, guys. We might throw a paddle tail or something around, see if we can get any kind of bait, live bait. Maybe a piece of fresh bait. Not that they won't eat hot dog. I still like using fresh bait. It's been since Sunday since I've been out. Wearing out the drag reel in Munsters. Hey, hunting stuff. Welcome in. Good morning. I haven't been out since Sunday. I've been a slacker this week. They got some kind of marathon going right now too, so it was kind of interesting getting up here. But been unusual activity for turtles this time of year. I don't know if it's their last hurrah or what. Nope, we just got the baits out, and we're using last week's bait, which is shrimp and hot dogs. And I haven't thrown the chicken liver out yet, but didn't do very good here the last time I was here. I did get one hung up, but that's been a while back. So there's the rods. We'll see how they do. May have to throw them around. May have to move around a little bit. I know if that sun comes up here over top of these trees, it's all over. So probably better to get it early in the morning, but you know how I am. 351's in. I need to try those Ergle jigs. I still got them by my computer. I'm gonna try those on the creek. But there is some smallies here. Caught some the last time I was here. We might tie a jig on or two. I want to catch some fresh bait, but I could put that old, I'm not even sure what I did with it. It's probably in my other bag. I kept all my good baits in my creek bag. Who likes carrying this old heavy catfish bag when they're going walking on the creek, wading the creek? We'll just tie 1/32. I'll be throwing some Ergles tomorrow. There you go. Flare God, hello, sir. Welcome in. Fishing for catfish. 2 baits out so far. Yeah, I'm gonna throw those babies. I think I'll go back to that little creek I go to now. I can't get past a deep section. I'd like to get past it, but it's pretty deep. When it's deeper than this 5-foot rod here, I normally don't like to go no deeper. Because then it goes past my camera, so that's all bad. You think all the fish would be there too. I haven't tried for catfish there either, but it's kind of hard to lug a catfish rod around when you walk that far, but I plan on doing it. Doing pretty good. How are you doing? Right now we're just trying a little 1/32 ounce jig on just to see if I can catch some bait here. I did get some top water activity when I first pulled up, but I'll show you around here in a minute. So I did fish this little, there's a pinch point up here with current coming through. I'll show you around a little bit if it don't move. Now we're live. We are live. I'm trying to pre-record it. I'm trying to record it with the GoPro too, just in case. So I got that big old tree down there. That lay down in the water. Real shallow up that way though. Behind it's a little deeper. But the fish have to come through that area. So I set up on that island back there on the other side of it and fished one night and got a couple of them on just fishing right in front of that tree on the next to that tree. Probably 2 foot of water. Some of it's ankle foot deep. So I don't know how the quality is, because last time I checked, quality sucked. Yeah, I'd like to catch a bluegill. Catch a few here. I don't have no live bait though. We do have shrimp. We could try that. We could try that shrimp. It's pretty rank shrimp from last week. So I don't freeze shrimp. I just put it in the refrigerator. And believe it or not, I catch a lot of crappie on shrimp. And I seen old Josie J in the room. Welcome in, I think I fished this spot in the last live. It's been a while. We'll just put a small stinky piece of shrimp on there. I don't know if a bluegill is going to bite something that stinky, but welcome in. If I had worms, I could probably catch a bunch of stuff, but I don't know about. I do have a lot of luck with shrimp though. We'll see. It smells pretty rank. It smells pretty rank. Luckily, I have my own little college dorm refrigerator at home. How big was your biggest catch? Well, I haven't caught anything today, so we'll find out. So I've seen that one move. I think we'll throw them out before I get this out, but we may set up another rod holder for this baby. Or I can just hold it. It's just a lot easier to feel a lot more bites when you hold it. Just a 1/32 ounce jig, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it or not. But let's throw her out there and just see if we can get something. Or just minnows or something jumping right there. We could get a giant on that baby. You never know. I think I'm hung up already on this one. I sure is. Well, that was quick. Oh, yeah, we gotta retie that baby already. I don't mess around. I fish structure, and I'll throw right back in that same spot, even if I lose it. We're probably hung up on this one too. You never know. Let's keep an eye on this ultralight rod. Looks like something's told the bait on this one, guys. Had shrimp on it, I do believe. They're eating on the shrimp. You see that red line on there? That's that fire thread. Whatever it was took that shrimp right off, but still got the thread on there. We'll use that same piece of thread. I think I caught a 14-pound here. It's the biggest one I've weighed. Channel cat. Live bluegill. I believe I've had bigger, but that's the only one I weighed. And I can't weigh none today either because I still ain't bought no button batteries. We'll put another piece of shrimp on. I don't think we've even had a hit on the other. Everything will hit shrimp though, so I never even seen a bite on it. That was kind of crazy. What's up, Josie? You ain't fishing today? It's my first time out since Sunday, so I haven't been, I don't know, work's been getting me. Too tired to go fishing. And I gotta go back again today, so we want to do some topwater fishing, but figured I'd use some of this bait up because it is definitely probably not worth using, but we are using it anyway. I'm from Indiana. Sorry, Josie's not talkative yet. She hasn't flexed her bow and shot a bow and arrow today. No problem, Josie. If you're like me, you're up more at nighttime than you are in the day. I'm coming to fish with you. Awesome. There we go. A little piece of shrimp. I tied another piece of shrimp on it. We'll see. Probably a little turtle bite or something, but I guess we'll throw back up in there because there's current coming from that direction, so a little bit of current will at least send the scent down. Interesting thing, we threw over top of this one, but that's okay. That won't hurt nothing. We'll throw that baby back out. I got to retie the other one. Let's check it out real quick. We could catch a 20-pound catfish on this little ultralight. I think I could pull it off in this open spot as long as I don't get close to the structure. I think I could pull it off. Mid-South, welcome in. Birthday party day, awesome. Happy birthday to them. Welcome in, Mike. Appreciate it. So, yeah, of course, first cast, I broke off on the hot dog. So we're going to retie that real quick. I got another rod from, must have been Sunday strip. It broke off already, so. But my rod's just been collecting dust this week. We'll check, see if we got any weights. Any hooks. Should have it all 9 yards, but we'll go with the 20-pound big game line for a leader. Go with the high price Team Catfish double action circle hooks. I believe those are the hooks that are more a little better for beginners learning to use a circle hook. Because if you accidentally grab the rod too fast, these will sometimes get your fish anyway. A lot of times they will. But if you try to set the hook real fast, they do not do nothing. You have to slowly pull it out of the rod holder and you're good, but and I've always had problems with them having burrs on the tip. Almost every package I've ever got. And that one ain't sharp enough, so we'll sharpen that, baby. I'm thinking party at fishing hole, Josie. There you go. She's probably thinking of bow hunting. Let's restart that wrap. We got a professional Mid-South watching, so we better get this one right. I don't know how many wraps he says. I do about 8. Depending on your size of your line. So just a little snail knot. I can't believe we ain't got bite on that ultralight by my sisters, but I doubt the creek has any water. She better not go bow hunting. There you go. That's a play on words. Right, Mike? That's a play on words there. Pretty humorous. Pretty humorous. Got to say, I'll give that one to you. I'll see if he recognizes. Oh, I picked up some swivels not too far long ago. These are those swivels that old Mid-South sent me to, like, I don't know how many, 200 of them for like $10 bucks. It's a crazy deal. I'm usually paying like 10 bucks for like 50, so it's a pretty darn good deal. Probably won't need swivels for another another year or so, but I go through stuff. As you see, I've done hung up once. I at least hang up I don't know, 2 or 3 times a session. We don't know if anybody thinks bit that ultralight. Those are some, yeah, I've not had any problems with them. Ever got a bite on that? Bite on the white rod there, so I finally seen something bite on the shrimp. Probably a turtle, but it could be drum. I mean, I catch everything on shrimp. Suckers, carp. I ain't never caught a carp on one, but I'm sure they'll eat it. Could be a smallmouth bass. I've caught smallmouth bass on shrimp. I don't think there's, but with it smelling like that, I'm figuring turtles. But I've caught crappie on some pretty stank shrimp. Pretty stank shrimp. Haven't caught anything, Carrie. Welcome in. Beau is an archaic word for boyfriend. Oh, I didn't know Josie had a boyfriend. I keep forgetting you're a whippersnapper. He's a whippersnapper. Are they going to get another bite? Haven't caught nothing yet. We just got our, I think that might have been our first bite, but something stole my bait earlier. I am in, anytime you see wood out of the water, it's turtle territory, but I'll fish it anyway because there's always a chance of something being under those logs. The catfish don't seem to move as much in the daytime. They'll sit right under a log. Plus, this is the only spot I have some current. Well, I broke off the first one on hot dog. I'll eventually learn this spot, but it's nothing for me to break off 100 times and just keep throwing. Scotty, if you're listening, we'll need some more sinkers. Luckily, the current don't have much current, so we are tied on anyway. We'll have to check that bait, and be cool to catch something on the ultralight. Every once in a while, we'd like to catch something on the ultralight. Hey, appreciate it. Fishing for that female snapper. Yeah, could be. I hope not. No snapper. Always possible, though. More likely a soft shell. Appreciate it, Carrie. We might catch something soon. They always get me in unexpected times. So I'll have to sharpen this hook. There is a burr right there. I always take my fingernail across the tip of the hook and along the sides and the back side. Now, sometimes if you just run it across your fingernail, it hooks into it a little bit. That's all good, but that don't mean there ain't no burr on the one side or the other side. That just means there ain't a burr on the tip. And since the catfish has a pretty hard mouth, you want a sharp hook. Yeah, we're using I'm using a 3-ounce no roll, which is not really needed, but that's pretty much all I use. Keeps that bait directly on the bottom, which we don't have any problems with leaves yet. And we get a lot more leaves in the water. We will be probably putting a float on there and lift that bait up a little bit off the bottom. And once there's leaves on the end there anyway, you get any kind of current, it's a pain in the butt. No matter what you're fishing for, you'll catch more leaves than you will fish. Especially on topwater. I went fishing topwater the other day, and boy, I must have caught 100 leaves. All right, that hook is sharp now, so just a couple times with the file. To me, that's like the best piece of equipment. We're using shrimp and hot dogs. I think we'll put a hot dog on this one, but we did get a bite. A couple of nibbles on the shrimp. Something stole it. Didn't get a chance to look at the hot dog because it got hung up. And we got trying to catch some bait with a little bait rod, but even a little piece of shrimp will catch you a big fish sometimes. I know, that's the worst thing. Yeah, if I get in a little bit of current, it's just like constant rod bends. You don't know until that rod really bends. You just have to fight the leaves. It's almost like fishing in a flood when the leaves come. So then you really got to get your bait off the bottom more than I would normally. But when this is down in the water, I don't know if anybody probably showed you, this is actually, if you got current, this is actually going up and down most times. You don't need a float. That's going up and down. If that bait's floatable, it will be going up and down. The current will be pushing it up. A lot of times, it won't always just be on the bottom if you're in a pretty good current. That's why sometimes they won't hook up, because the fish is trying to bite it and it's going up and down. If you got a float on there, it's really going up and down. Which is a good thing fishing from a boat. You're not across the current. We'll have to check that other bait out. We're gonna throw it. We're gonna throw her all down closer to the shade over here. Chicken breast, yeah, chicken breast works. I do use a lot of chicken breast in the fall. Soft baits are, as the water gets colder, the soft bait is the best, I think. So your shad will start really putting it on. Any kind of guts will work really well once that water gets really cold. At least in my small waters. Right now, if I use chicken, I already know I'm just going to be stripped of bait. It's similar to this hot dog, and I got chicken liver too, but we haven't put it out because I know I use chicken liver. It's all over. It'll be turtles here from 100 miles away. At least in this spot. But we will put it on eventually. There we go. A little hot dog with some fire thread on it. We're going to throw it over here on some rocks in the shade. As soon as that sun comes up over top of these trees, we've had it. Now this is a whisker whip from Tangling with Catfish. I think they're out of Illinois. It's a medium. It's just a medium, pretty much channel cat rod. That's pretty much what it is. It's channel cat rod. So we'll take that. We're going to take it over here to throw farther down. More than likely get hung up again, but can't be shy. If you ain't getting hung up fishing, you're not fishing in the right spot. I still believe that, especially since I get hung up all the time. Of course, I could get hung up in a swimming pool. That's just how I roll. Oh, we still got shrimp on this bait rod. We need to check the other one. No, I've never really checked out Lou's cat. I know they make crappie rods, I believe. Yeah, I think I seen the cat daddy. I think I did see that at Walmart. I think I did. I think it was blue, if I'm thinking straight. That might have been a crappie rod, though. All right, where are you? There was fish jumping earlier. I know there's a lot of minnows here, and they're not big enough to me catch my cast net, so we don't bring a cast net here. Oh, there's our first hit on hot dog. That was a pretty good hit there. I hope he didn't steal it already, though. That fire thread only goes so far. If it's catfish, it'll keep it on there long enough, but if it's a turtle, they'll take that hot dog right off there in one bite. It's mainly because they use their feet. Plus, the catfish don't normally let go of the bait. Well, darn it, that was a good hit. I didn't think they made catfish poles. Right, there you go, score. Yeah, I like to go to secondhand stores to get some equipment. I mean, you can start out with this cheap ugly stick right here. I think for most matters, it works pretty decent. I fish with these darn ugly sticks. These little 4 foot ugly sticks and catch catfish. Oh, he's still biting on that orange one. Don't think it's catfish, but we'll see. Shoot, I should have ate some breakfast. Right? I pick up some bass rods because I don't have any bass rods. I just been using. This is what I use. This little ugly stick. I used the GX2 for I don't know the whole time I've been on this channel. Not well, my other channel. Oh, I seen some action over there on the other side of those trees. I know up there's some fish behind that tree back there. Anything to get out of the current. Oh, I guess we better check both baits again. If you find a brand new one, why not? I think it was 35 or 40. Right. No, I like the old stuff. I had to get something for the old whopper plopper rod, something a little stiffer, because ultralight don't do too well on setting the hook on whopper ploppers. It works, but I'll miss a bunch with no backbone. Get that hook in them. But meanwhile, I can use a little jig and never have a problem. It don't make any sense, but that's the way it is. I guess we'll check the baits out. That one had a good hit, and this one had a hit earlier, and so they were biting on both shrimp and hot dog. And of course, he stole my bait. That's why we need to catch a piece of bait. We need to catch a piece of live bait or something. Keep these turtles at bay. I still stand by this this line because look at that. That stuff never comes off there. Hey, John Joe. I think it's fish with gills. Most of them have gills, probably. But we are fishing for catfish, John Joe. Oh, there's a little squirrel going. Don't show Josie. There's a little squirrel over there. Right across from the camera now. What's up, buddy? A lot of deer in this area too. They'll just jump right across in front of me sometimes. Down the way there. They know exactly where to cross the river. Even though, of course, everybody will say this is a creek, but it's only this low because of the dam. Plus, it is low this time of year, so yeah, I probably stole that bait too. Where's your bow, Stacee? Oh, no, there ain't no salmon here. We ain't slapping no salmons here. I've never caught a salmon. I ain't been nowhere salmon are at. I ain't been nowhere where trout are at. But believe it or not, I was talking to my uncle, and he told me, I don't know, when he was a boy, they used to catch trout out here. Rainbow. I had never heard that in my life until he said it. See, I told him now there's smallmouth here like crazy. There ain't no rainbow trout. I think they do stock it way up on the river, but I've never caught one out here. Of course, I've never caught a striper out here, and they're in here too sometimes. We'll see. That was a little deeper in that spot. I need to spend more time catching bait instead of just buying bait. Where's my bow? Man, I ran right in. I mean, from me to the poles, that's how close I am to them sometimes. Or fox. See a fox. You have a lot of foxes here. Every once in a while you see a coyote, but not as often as a fox. Well, we need to check that orange one too, I guess. Had a good hit on that. Right. So there's a cornfield on the other side of these trees. Sometimes corn, sometimes soybeans. I think it's mainly corn. But I'll run into one on that side, and you'll see them jumping all the way through the cornfield. I'm sure it's plowed by now, or going to be. Field corn mainly here. I'm going fish hunting with you there. Especially when it gets cooler, you'll start seeing more of them. It always surprised me when it's like 30 degrees and they're jumping across the river. It's just kind of crazy. I've seen some of the big ones do it in like two leaps. It's like, God, didn't know they could jump that high. Well, they can. Let's check this one. We had a hit on it. There is some minnows jumping everywhere here. Oh, please not no snag. It is pretty shallow. It's a lot shallower than I thought it was. And of course, he stole it. Holy crap. That fish there took the whole thread and all. That's the first time I've ever had that happen. Well, I think we'll put shrimp on it this time. We're going to throw it. We'll use a big piece of shrimp. They start piling rocks down on the other side, like that little riprap there. But cement slabs and stuff on farther down to keep the bank from eroding. Because there's a few businesses on down here up the bank. So, all those rocks help with the bank eroding out. So when it floods, we will try put a good big piece of shrimp on here. Maybe big's the way to go. Sounds good anyway. We will do it. Phew, that stuff stinks. Yeah. Yeah, it's amazing what you'll see when you're out fishing. even in the middle of town. One small creek I go to is in the middle of town. All there is woods around the creek, and that's it. So there's houses on the other side and everything. There's deer everywhere, and homeless people. All right, we'll tie this one on a little tighter. I don't know. We got a big piece of shrimp. All right, guys, got 22 people in. Only 13 likes. Well, I'm getting up there. This new channel's still getting started. If you haven't checked out my video from this spot the last time, which was alive, I don't know how the quality on this one, but that quality on that one sucked really bad. I tried to get a couple videos out of it. It was pretty sad. It's a good thing I got the GoPro going. At least if I do, we got backup. It's a big piece of shrimp with that. That's Potskis. I think they make all kinds of baits for like trout and the trout. Potskis Fireball's what Rod's Fishing Adventures uses on his crappie jigs, I do believe. All right, we're gonna throw her down in some of those rocks farther down. Got more shade down that way, and we do have another river bend. Only problem, we threw it in the rocks. That's my fault there. That sucks. I just re-rigged that one. I rose at this one. Oh man, I ain't getting it back either. I tell you what. Nope. Holy crap. I don't know. I did it this time. All right, I'll grab a stick. I wrapped around a rock. About a 300-pound rock. And it ain't budging. I only got 25-pound line, but it ain't budging either. Of course it budged. Budged that time. Oh, we ain't having any luck today, guys. They try to live under the bridge. I like to fish. Oh man, I find them everywhere. Hey Kareem, welcome in. Not a lot of homeless, yeah. Because I'm right in the middle of town. Pretty good sized town. I don't know if it's more of a, it's mainly because of drugs probably, but a lot of people are just down on their luck. Some of them even work. Yeah, bridges, they run them out down here, but of course they ain't got nowhere to go. They'll come right back. They are pretty resourceful, I can tell you that. So we got broke off on that one. Man, I just retied this baby. You gotta be kidding me. That's the way it goes. Well, I can't throw very far with this rod. Pretty easy to hit the other side, and I did. Guess we'll throw our bait rod back out, because well, at least we'll have 2 rods out. I know there's some fish here. About guarantee there's something sitting under that log over there. We just ain't getting far enough out. Let's throw her upstream and see if we can make it. I only got a 1/32 ounce jig, so it's not staying anywhere. At least I trust the rod holders. Well, there's 2 weights. I probably could have used lighter weights today, but this is all I put in my bag because that's mainly what I use. I never even got time to tie the other one yet. And if you were a smart person, you'd have pre-tied rigs, but, well, I never have time to mess with that. If I'm not fishing, you know what I'm doing, editing. Not shorts, because there ain't much editing to shorts. I could take a 3-hour video and make it into 10 minutes. It's some work right there. Or 14 minutes. Most people don't watch it more than 3, so you're mainly what you got to do is get somebody to watch 3 minutes of your video, and then you're good. Don't expect them to watch all of it. You want them to, but it don't happen. Some people do. Hope there was something that broke over there. Darn it. Why ain't you bite my hook, you little... I can almost fish for catfish with a float here. I don't think there's much current. And I tell you, I haven't caught a catfish on a float in a long time. Usually way too much current for me. I wouldn't use catfish rods to do it. We'd just use some light action rods. Ain't like I got 30 pounders here, but we might have some 20s. It's possible of a 20 here. Catch a lot in the 15 range. If you don't weigh them, sometimes you don't know. But I do measure the length a lot of times. I see one long enough, I know. Starting around 29 inches there. They could be 10 pounds plus. Or more. Must be a squirrel moving around over there. Of course, we're sorry not to be on the camera again, but we are retying another rig. I tell you what. And I didn't retie it worth a crap, but we are going to use it anyway. All right, did you see the short of mine that blew up? No, I did not. I'm guessing I did not. What was it? I watched quite a few of yours. I know you said one of them hit 3,000. Yep, I had to resharpen this baby too. Yeah, we got a railroad bridge up here, but it's not, it's so shallow underneath of it, it's not really worth fishing. But I have caught a couple fish under there, but my first topwater was there, so I just started throwing topwater last year, so doing pretty good for a beginner. This year they ain't biting on topwater at all very well. Oh, you hit 41K? Awesome. It was me losing a fish, yep. That's the big ones right there when you lose a fish. A lot of people think it's catching a fish is what's big. It's not really the importance of catching big fish. It's more important of fishing in general. What everybody goes through, losing and catching big fish or small fish. The one that gets away is always the big story. There's Scotty. Right? I'll tell you right now, my small fish usually get more views because they're a lot more cuter. They fit on the vertical screen a lot better too. Welcome in, Scotty. I got flies surrounding the thing now. All right. Now I done screwed up too. We're going to start digging because I had stepped on my shears. Oh man, I just ain't getting nothing going right today. Oh, there they are. Good, 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 good. Ain't nothing like better than a couple. Hey, Danny, welcome in. Nothing better than a pair of shears to cut catfish bait. You don't have to use a knife and get cut with it. You don't have to have a cutting board. Sure, you can cut stuff on the ground, but all you're doing is screwing up your knife. We do have a knife for the big baits. Most times, that little knife right there will cut chicken liver. It will cut everything you want. Chicken breast. Cut it all. I don't know how much they cost, but back in the day, they only cost a couple bucks at Walmart. And I bought $20 pairs, and they weren't outlasting those. Half the time they're in my bait bucket full of water. They don't rust. They stay pretty sharp. I need coffee. What's up, Scotty boy? We're down here to the turtle spot again. I just thought I'd go do a little bit of catfishing with my bait from last week. And trust me, it don't smell very well. And yes, I'm touching it. I don't know how shrimp is with salmonella, but I'm sure it ain't good. I'm sure there's some kind of problem with it, bacteria-wise. But it might be worse than salmonella. All right. I don't think I've ever seen Danny. I've seen that name before, though. So welcome in. So we got a piece of shrimp tied on with the old fire thread. They're taking it off anyway, but so I just threw the rock, Scotty. That was the second one I've been hung up on, but this one was my fault. I threw it over top of the other bank on the other side. I mean, it was a good cast, but we just re-spooled this baby, so it's casting. Let's see if we can throw farther, maybe. Crap. And of course, we just threw it into another snag. And break off number 3. Maybe we'll get it back. I doubt it. Nope. We're gonna go to a different rod here if this one's broke. I didn't give up on this one. Not the same problem. I just probably broke the hook off that time, so we got lucky. We'll see. Nope, I still got the hook. All right. Whew. Don't have the bait though. Anybody have that problem before? Scotty, he needs more weights. Dan is your European lover. God. You're crazy, Mid-South. I will if I keep doing this. I keep throwing like this. I don't intentionally get hung up, but I will throw to a snag. And I will get hung up way more than what most people do. Most people won't even mess with throwing to the snag. They'll be like, $5. I just lost $5 right there in that setup. Well, you ain't catching no fish if you ain't getting hung up. That's my belief, but these catfish in the daytime will not move 1 inch sometimes. They will be right on that structure. They won't get out of it unless you throw in it. At nighttime, they're more accessible to moving out of it. They will move out of it for sure. You'd think I'd catch a flathead when I fish so much structure, but I haven't found a flathead yet this year. But I do got one calling me in Michigan now. Mo Dam. You don't know the price of weights though, Miss South. Well, you got your weight, you got your line, which I go through about a spool of line about every 2 weeks. I probably fish a little bit more than you guys do. And of course I'm hung up again even on that throw. This has become an interesting video here. Apparently I can't throw over there. Of course I keep trying. I think we'll walk down the bank and throw right down the middle and see what we can do. If this one made it through. May have lost the hook that time. Yep. Well, that hook was at least $1 there, Mid-South. They were like $12, $13 for like 12 hooks. That's $1 hook. So I'm down to, luckily that wasn't too bad though. So first, gotta know, yeah, I can't afford bulk spools of line. That's too much payment at one time. I can't afford anything over $10 at one time. I'm not that big a YouTuber. Can't believe nothing's bit the other two. Yeah, that would be a good plan. I know the offshore angler makes a pretty good line by Bass Pro, but or offshore angler brand, but you could buy a bigger spool for pretty cheap, say about 20 bucks or less. That line, you try to break off on that line, you're pulling for an hour on a boat. There's no way to break that line. It stretches. But I hear you. But when you run out of hooks and want your hooks, you know, you got to do what you got to do. They don't sell no weights here, so you're screwed on that deal. Walmart's got a sale. I'm hoping they do. Shoot, I've hung up again. Lost another hook. When I told you guys this place was full of structure, I wasn't lying. Now you might see why there's actual catfish here, even though it is shallow. And also turtles. I mean, I can't see none of the structure, even though the water is shallow. Just because it's shaded right at the moment, I guess. But no fish here. We're too busy. Hey, 310, Man, Ruth, welcome in. I appreciate it. Yeah, I shop at Walmart for most of my tackle. I do like the Team Catfish double action circle hooks. But I had to end up with this $12 pack. I'm guessing they raised the price, or it wasn't on sale. Most of our section is so small. I've got two of them, and it's so small for the catfish section. It's just it's gone. They can't keep it in stock. That's mainly why I use the Eagle Claw, because they're a lot cheaper. You didn't miss any of it. Stacee didn't miss. You got it. I'm having a rough day here for sure. I probably need another Dr. Pepper. Let's check this hook tip. I don't know why I'm checking the hook. This one's sharp. Hey, got one sharp out of the pack. That's unbelievable, but we did it. Anyway, I'm using all my bait. Almost got all my shrimp done. So good, good, good. I had to fight 300 flies to get it off there, but we haven't even moved spots. I could move spots. I know me, my connection will go screwy if it ain't already. All right, we're up there down the middle. So, I'm tired of getting hung up. And you don't hear me say that very often. But on the same rod, I didn't even get it out there to get, it was hung up immediately. All right, we're gonna go walk down the bank and throw it. I'll take you over here to fish for some other stuff. I can safely move away from these rods. These rod holders are Cat Claws rod holders, and I'm 100% can walk away from these. Never had nothing take those rod holders out of the ground. All right, we're walking down the bank, down here to the rope swing. A lot of people used to swing from a rope up here. All right, still don't mean there ain't a snag down there, but we got it out there that time. I don't think a fish could even hear me that far away. All right, we're spooling her out. I'll have to take this bait rod in. Throw it down. Knowing my luck, it's probably hung up too, but I'll tell you what, check, see what time it was. Gotta work sometime today. More important, I gotta eat lunch. Hey, we ain't catching anything on that thing. Hey, all right, hey, we got 16 people in with 17 likes. No, I like it. I like it when it's even like that. Now, there's a new channel. If I get any likes, I can't even hardly buy a like on shorts. That's pretty bad. I can get 5,000 views and no subscribers. So, I guess that's the way it goes. Shorts are pretty useless to me. All right. Once in a while. Yeah, it's a nice shady spot. We may walk down here, see if I can get anything in the sun. Leave these two here. We can always run back to them because you know how well I run. I might do that. You won't be able to see them, but we'll leave it there for a minute because they really, the bite ain't worth the crap today. That's obvious, but what makes a good video is when that rod goes down and I have to run to it. How do you get to look around anyway? I believe the water's even lower than last time I was here. I know the connection probably gonna suck. I probably won't even be able to keep an eye on it, so it better been good. We'll try over here for a minute. Maybe I can get a good piece of bait. Looks like somebody's been fishing my spot up here on the island. Somebody must have noticed me fishing over there one day. Decided to go up there. I believe that orange rod should get hit. We got some deer tracks right here even. Great looking spot. Hey, Caden, Pookie. Subscribers matter once. Subscribers don't matter once you hit 1,000. Yeah. Hey, I'm still trying to get subscribers. Shorts will be my money maker on this channel. Because I'm going to put every short out I can with stupid music or no stupid music. It ain't going to make any difference. I don't really put much shorts out on my other channel. I don't know if you can see me or not. May have to get over here where you can see me. We'll get hung up if we don't come over this way. Things happen that I don't want to say. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, we broke off on this one too. Well, welcome back. I gotta go back and get a darn hook. We broke off. Current took me down. I wasn't messing with it. I think we can catch something here, but we'll see. Maybe with a swim bait. We'll try that real quick. Maybe not that shrimp so much. Be right back. Check on catfish rods anyway. They ain't doing diddly. Probably done stole my bait. Hopefully not hung up for the 4th time. We might call this transition time for catfish, but we ain't holding enough of no transitions yet. We have another heat wave come through. I don't even know if I brought my paddle tails. I think I got them in my creek bag. Alright, so the GoPro's been going the whole time. I don't ever shut the GoPro off. Hardly ever. Because when you do, then you catch fish. And then you don't get it on camera. We'll try that little spoiler shad. They don't normally work very good, but we can try it. Hello. Well, still no bites on the catfish rods, guys. I do have all my crappie baits, but there ain't no crappie here at all. I think they will be in gets a little cooler. We might bring a paddle tail. And a bobby garland. 2 of the best baits they ever made. Alright, let's come back over here. see what we got going. Yep, we're glad you're back, Pookie. Pookie Dookie. All right, I think it's a cream spoiler shad, I think. We'll try that out. I don't really do very well. It's supposed to be a paddle tail, but looks like there's action on that, but in the water, there's not much. Well, first one got off. There was one on there first cast. Bunch of catfish rods. Get her out there. Getting bites. Getting bites, guys, but I think had one. Something hitting it. What the heck? Got him that time. Holy crap. If I get him out of this tree. That guy's a little bigger. Well, bigger than nothing's pretty big, so. Well, yeah, like something was following him there. Well, we got one anyway. That guy didn't get off. There we go. We got one. I normally don't do that good on that little cream. Those things are like the cheapest things you can buy at Walmart. Just a little smallie, maybe 12 inches. Let him go, let him grow. See you later, buddy. It's like a day spot for smallmouth and a nighttime spot for catfish. You see me. There you go. You guys can see me. They're hitting it like crazy too. Just ain't getting a hook in them. There's one. Oh, that was a log. I might have to jump out in the water, guys. I know you've probably never seen that before, but oh, that was a bite. Man, I never really caught much on this little bait here. Guess that current's doing all the work for me. Screwed up the tail on me. That bait probably lasts maybe 2 or 3 fish, probably at most. I think that's the last one I had. That felt like a fish. I got a stupid tree in front of me too. I gotta get it over top of. Stay a little farther and see what's on that other bank. Oh, I don't know if it's tree limbs over here I'm hitting or a fish. Something's hitting it. We might want to look back, see if the catfish rods are still there. They're still there, guys. They ain't moving nowhere. Fishing for bait, but we'll take what we can get. Tap that like button or tap that screen, however it goes. That may be the only one we catch. You never know. It's really shallow up that way, but we'll throw her in there. Never know. Never know. There's one. Little bitty guy. Oh, he choked it too. Well, that's a smallie there. I believe that's a smallie. It was pretty shallow. You had to choke it, didn't you, buddy? Hey, Tony, welcome in. Yeah, I got a new channel. 3-pounders count, damn said. We are catfishing down at the other end, but they ain't nothing biting, so we thought we'd come here. I did catch some catfish here one night on a live on my other channel. This is when you always need a those darn forceps. We'll have to go back and grab them. Be right back. I probably don't even have them. I'll have to use a hook, pair of pliers, but we'll take a look at our catfish rods. Hopefully, I've got stuff strung out here all over the place. I definitely did leave my forceps in my creek bag. I used to carry my catfish bag with me everywhere. You talking about walking miles with all the heavy weights in it. I got tired of that real quick. All right, we are back. Yep, we got a new channel, buddy. We are moving up in the world, I guess. This guy ain't got much of a mouth, so that's why those forceps are so good. Well, I have to tear the bait up. May have to use this guy for bait. Oh, and they're having a marathon down here today, so that's another interesting thing to get out of when I leave. We did get the hook out, so good there. Little bitty guy. These big guys like this, these will get you views on shorts. This is how you do it right here. Thanks for biting, buddy. See you later. Not always, but most times it will. Might go fishing, but I don't know. Hey, sounds like a good plan there, Caden. Anything troubling you, just go fishing. And everything just seems to fade away after that. At least it does for me. Well, I try to anyway. That's pretty much what I'm doing here right now. Trying to get away from the chaos. All right, we'll throw it back out. I caught a couple smallies. We done quit catfishing or fishing for bait, but all I'm catching smallies. I know there's some big bluegill down there too, but there might be even a catfish down there. You never know. We're throwing for it. We are, surprising enough, that's 2 more fish. Well, we have to go to a different bait now. Hey, Zimbo. We have to go to a different bait. I guess tearing that out of him. Something took the rest of the bait off. God. Well, we got to retie another hook on. That was the last one we had of those. Those are like 94 cents, I believe. They're called spoiler shads, I think, by Cream. Pretty much the cheapest thing you can get at Walmart. Welcome in, Zimbo. We are doing good. I wasn't doing very good at catfishing, but we are catching bait fish. I catch a lot of bait. Well, that was a spoiler shad by Cream that you can get at Walmart. And that was the first time I've ever caught a fish on it, I do believe. Maybe second. I always thought the paddle tail don't work very good. But they seem to be working in that current today. That's a good thing about current. You don't normally need all the action. Current does it for you. All you need is for them to see the bait, and they will hit it. And I think that's what's going on. So we're going to try a different bait, see what it does. We can either go curly tail or Bobby Garland. I think curly tail might be the way to go, but we'll see. That in my pocket. Having a beer, waiting for my wife to get out of the shops. There you go. That's the way to do it. So we're gonna put a curly tail on. I still got catfish rods over there. Hot dog and shrimp, man, they haven't done nothing. I can't believe it. So we come up here, catch some bait, maybe we can throw it out, but let's see what time it is. I've been live an hour and 26 minutes. All right, it's almost time for me to go home. We'll see if we can catch a few more. Maybe bait for, today is Saturday. Yeah, I go fishing tomorrow night on my other channel, Bank Fishing Adventures. If you haven't got my other channel, pick that channel up too. We will go catfishing every Sunday night, me and Fun Fishing Adventures. I think tonight's on my channel, or tomorrow night's on my channel. But I always get that confused, so I'll definitely have to check. Either way, we switch back and forth on channels. Going to go fishing 1st to the 3rd of next month. Oh, there you go. I think October fishing might be a little better. We ain't got no cold. The heat wave come through, kind of screwed everything up again. We'll see. Well, I believe that other one was heavier, so I'm not throwing this one as well as far. So we'll see if we can get it out there. There we go. Got it out there that time. That may be too much action on that baby. No hits like the other one. Oh, that was a hit though, I believe. It surprised me because curly tails always usually get hit. The OG bait. Yeah, they're definitely getting hits. I think the Bobby Garland might work better though. We'll see. I know that spoiler shad normally don't work crap with me, so it was getting hit. Had one right on the first cast. Oh, that was a nibble. Couple nibbles there. We're getting some bite in the tails. That's the only problem you get on a curly tail. They bite the tail. Short biting it. We'll let her drop and see what happens. Let her drift on her own. Just hang on for fun. We might switch it up. I think they're biting on the tail. Let's see what's going on the camera. We're looking down the bank, no catfish bites. Coming up to summer here. Oh, okay. That's awesome. So we got a little, I think that's a Bobby Garland, but mixed in with a something chartreuse. So if you put plastics in with other plastic, they either melt together or they change color. Chartreuse usually comes off on every bait or your tackle bag. There's a little Bobby Garland. I swear, since I started using these, I started catching a lot more fish. And not just crappie. We'll see if it works today, but it hasn't worked for a while, but that's why I've been using other baits. But a lot of times I can use that just like a worm. I can throw that out there and just let it sit. And a lot of spots, that's how it works. It don't matter if I'm moving it or not. We ain't getting any bites on it, so it may go back to curly tail. That kind of lets me know that oh, we got one. Oh, we did get one, guys. Oh, if this would be a giant crappie, I'd be amazed, but it's just a smallmouth. He probably choked it too. Oh, he got it on the outside. Just a little smallie, just a bunch of little smallies here. But you never know when you're going to get a big one. There we go, just a little, probably about like that first one I caught, about 12 inches. Just a little guy. I like catching them all. I'd rather catch one about this size of bluegill, but or crappie. All right, guys. I'll see you later. Still a fun time though. We're out here catfishing and just, they ain't doing anything, so I figured I'd do some bait fishing. A lot of times I'll bait fish with one rod and catfish with the other two right in front of it, and probably just go down the bank and made some pretty decent videos having to run to the rods. You always get a really good takedown when you're away from the rod, that's for sure. So we got 25 people in, only 21 likes. Let's get that, tap that screen. Just a little 1/32 ounce jig, and I believe that's a monkey milk, but who knows now because it's been mixed with some chartreuse. And that guy picked that guy off as I was getting snagged on a log. Unbelievable. A fish will stay on a 1/32 ounce jig. I got another one. I don't know what it is. Is it another bass? Yep, another one. Little bitty guy. Another little bitty guy. Well, the bite's better than I thought it would be. No bait though, that's the problem. This ain't really good for me, but still a fun time, guys. We'll throw you back. Catch you later. When you're much bigger. And just like that, we could probably catch a 3-pounder. I mean, it happens. On that little bitty piece of bait right there. That little bitty hook. I swear I've caught some big fish on a little 1/32 ounce jig. Meanwhile, treble hooks will not stay in a fish's mouth to save her life. Man, I've been catching them close there. It's weird. There's one. What we got? That feels like a pretty good one. Yeah, might not be no bigger, but he sure is fighting good. Oh, he got off at the bank. Did you get that GoPro? Tap that screen, guys. We're supposed to be catching bait, but I'm catching smallies. Who knew? I only spot a little bit of current for a good while too, so no hit that time, hard to believe. Just check my bait. Make sure it's on the hook right. They're about falling off. All right, see if anybody else come in. Heck yeah, I'd go fishing, man. I got a like a run and a walk today marathon here, so there was all kinds of people had to drive around, and I know sometimes they block off streets for it, but I don't think they did. I think we got hung up that time. Well, you win some, you lose some. No stranger to hang-ups today. I think I lost my catfish crowd. I don't know if any of them are still watching. We are still catfishing, but we ain't catching anything, so we swung up here for catching bait. We'll see if we can find another bobbing girl and maybe catch a couple more, guys. Appreciate it. 14 people in. I know people watch my catfish content way more than they do my other content, but this channel is for all fish pretty much. We will probably almost time to go. We might be able to catch a couple more. We'll see. We will see. Clean up some of this mess down here. We had hot dogs on, shrimp on, but not real good bites or anything. One good hit or so. Let's redo my line here. Of course, when you ain't got nothing tied on, the line pops out of every guide every darn time. And I broke one guide trying to get it out of my car. Hung up on the back seat or something. I never did find it. But it's working without it, so we'll have to get another rod like this one. This ugly stick ultralight pro that you get, I think, only from Walmart. It's got to be one of the best rods I've ever bought. Especially for crappie. We'll look, see if we got any bobby garlands in here. I know I do. It's one of my favorite baits. 1/32, 1/16 ounce jig will catch just about everything you'd ever want. Most people think big baits is where it's at. Yeah, you'll catch more fish with smaller bait. Good throw. And we'll check. There we go with the blue ice. And I know I've got more. Oh, there's the monkey milk. That was monkey milk. The last one wasn't monkey milk. We'll go with blue ice, but clear water blue ice works pretty good. It's the one always sold out at my Walmart. There's a lot of baits around, but the blue ice is sold out more than any other bait. That I've seen. That and the darn Chopos. Can't keep those in either. But if they'd stock more than two, he'd be in good shape. Luckily, it's cool enough. My GoPro hasn't died yet. It's recorded this whole session, and we've been going for at least an hour and 38. I believe it's 4 pound on this baby. So it don't take much. You run it up against a tree like these fish have been doing. It don't take long to break. 6 pound would be preferable, but man, I catch a lot of fish on 4 pound line. But a lot of times I'm using 2 pound line, Dan. But I did catch that catfish earlier this year on 2 pound line. 13.10 ounces catfish, channel cat. And he was on a bobby garland. We'll see if that or monkey milk might work better. I don't know. Fish might, since I was tying up, the fish bite might stop too. It is getting hotter and later in the day. There's one. They are on that tree right in front of me, guys. They're on it, I guess. Is that a crappie or is that a smallmouth? I think it's a smallmouth. There's no way a crappie's fighting that hard. They ain't very big, but they're fun to catch on this ultralight setup. There's another one. I kind of knew bobby garland never fails me. Another little one. The bite must be on here. See you later, buddy. We are in a I showed you, there's a current coming through here, and you got a big old tree lay down, and then there's a tree going down in the water right here in front of me. I think they're biting right on top of that, and not out there. Oh, there was a bite. And of course there's snags out there too. Well, didn't get one that time. It's not every cast, but it's pretty darn close. Which don't happen very often for me. You gotta love it when you hit a spot and the fish are biting pretty good. So I was hoping the bait fish were biting though. So we put on my catfish rods. We'll take a peek at the catfish rods. They are still sitting there silently, probably with no bait on it. Oh, there was a bite. I didn't set the hook on him. Darn it. So there's a lot of bait fish around here too, so it's probably pretty common to catch one right here. Up in that way, it's like ankle deep. So we did catch that small one up earlier. And that's where I put my catfish baits, out there in front of that big old, it's almost like a jam and a lay down all together. See what's going on, guys. Yep, 2 pound. This is 4 pound, I believe. Hard to tell. It's a Trout Magnet SOS line, so it's a lot stronger than what you think it is. First time I tried the 2 pound, I broke off on a little bass. I was like, man, I ain't trying this stuff again. And then I started catching more and more fish on them, and I was like, yep. But they'll rub you up against structure and break you off right away. If you keep them out of structure, you're good to go. Which is why I caught that 13 pounder, because he stayed away from the structure and I was on a lake. There's one. Oh, he jumped. We didn't get that on camera, darn it. He ain't very big, but he was fighting. They ain't none of them very big, but they are sure fighters. All about the same size. That one's a little smaller, maybe. A little thicker, though. A little feisty guy, though. Get a hook out of you. I need to get a pair of those forceps they got at Walmart. Put a lanyard on it. Keep it in this bag, too. There's another little guy. Hey, fun time. I didn't go home skunked anyway, just for catfish. Catch you later, buddy. We're looking for a bigger one, but hey, I'd like to catch a big bluegill for tomorrow night. You know what I mean? That's the plan. That was my plan before I got started getting into smallie fishing, because I was just fishing for bait and catching smallies, and I was like, well, man, these guys can really fight. I kind of like this. But my very first one was caught on a live bluegill. And I don't know, he was 19, 20 inches long. Jumped up out of the water at me, went straight toward the bank, flying at me, and I was like, man, I was in love after that, smallie fishing. But I used live bait to catch them, so I was catching 4 or 5 pounders. I wasn't messing around. The big ones love live bluegill. They like creek chubs too, but I swear live bluegill is where it's at. The real big ones. At least at the dam I fish, they like the live bluegill. You get throw lures all day long, and I'll catch one. They're going after that big bluegill. All right, might be the last bite. See if we can get one more. It's always one more. throw it over there where the snag is. Probably get hung up again. There was a hit. Darn if we missed it. Yeah, I don't know about these kind of lives with catching bass. It's kind of, you're away from the camera more and you're, but I'm just fishing, so I prefer to catch bait. I'll take a smallie or two. I don't hurt my feelings any. Caught quite a few right there in front of this. I swear it's only like 10 foot from me in this little tree in front of me. I think the bite stopped though. Probably done caught them all. Probably done caught them all. I'm just letting it drift on down. Not really doing anything. I think I'm hung up though. That'll call the day probably on that. Yeah, you're not. You get hung up with one of these, you ain't really getting it off there. Definitely a piece of wood, a piece of bark on there. Straighten the hook out too. Sorry, I've been busy at work. That listing. Hey, we caught a couple smallies, Scotty. Nothing on the catfish line. And one time I caught some bait here to go catfishing. So I'm fishing where I had that double up over here on that big old laydown tree. I don't know, you guys can't even see the laydown tree, so there's the laydown tree. We'll see if we can catch one more before I hit the road. I might be late now. Especially since there's a marathon going on. I don't know. There's still going to be people coming out of that or not. So far, I ain't had to go out there in the water. Been pretty lucky. We're going to see if we can get one on that log again. I think the bite quit. The sun's starting to come up this way too. More and more. Once that sun comes up in the mornings, I remember that noontime. Yeah, we were snagged again. That might be the last snag there, guys. I think we got it off there though. Yeah, I keep throwing to that spot because that's where the fish are. Good thing for eagle claw hooks because they will bend. Good thing for those babies. I think we're getting more sun, more sun. Fish have moved on. The cover of shade is just like a cover for them sometimes, even with shallow water. All right, one more throw. No problem, Scotty-O. We are just trying to catch another fish. We did catch quite a few smallies. No size to them, but I swore there was some bait. I actually caught some on a spoiler shad, which is, those are like, I don't know, 3 for like 99 cents at Walmart. I didn't do worth a crap on them in the lake because they don't have no much of a paddle. They look like they do, but when you get them in the water, they don't. But in current, it's a different ball game in current. Had some fish fall on it, but no takers. Of course, that was the last cast. This one is too. We'll give her some action, see if we can get anything. That one's going to be the last cast, though. We got to still pull everything up. Yeah, I think the bite stopped. Fun while it lasted. I know that mic is awesome, ain't it? It gets rid of a lot of the backs. If you got the yellow light on it, it gets rid of some of the background noise. And you can adjust it sometimes. I don't know if I got it adjusted enough or not. If it sounds good, I'm guessing it's still good. Yeah, I got a little bit of current here. And guess what? That's where the fish were. All right, we're going to call our day. Almost 2 hour live. So you got 23 thumbs up. Appreciate it, guys. Catch me next time. I'll be fishing on the other channel, Bank Fishing Adventures, on Sunday night between 6 and 7 Eastern, maybe even 8. I don't know. I like to fish when it gets dark. Fish don't really start biting until dark. All right, catch you later. Catch you later, Scotty. Now I hear fish jumping behind me. Be safe and go fishing when you can, because it's good for you.